Thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Check this out. After the video was released of P. Diddy in the hotel hallway doing Cassie dirty, people were like, yo, who dropped this video? And a lot of people suspected that the feds actually got the video when they raided P. Diddy's house and then they leaked it. But then other people were like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would the feds do that? So then, Star from the Star Report came out and said that he believes that DJ Academics is actually the devious culprit who got his hands on that video for $150,000, and he's the one that released it to CNN so that he could change the narrative from everybody talking about him having an SA case to now everybody talking about Diddy. Check this out.
Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show. Folks, it is Saturday, and I want to discuss a theory that I have. Just a theory. I have no solid proof, okay? Sean P. Diddy Combs' hotel video was planted to change the narrative. You have all seen the video. Ooh, oh my God, yo, he's canceled. Well, he's been canceled. He's been canceled. Diddy, I don't fuck with the nigga. And he and I were cool. But that type of toxic masculinity, out of here, okay? Now, let's talk about the video that we saw, okay, and where it came from, and my theory with regards to it being planted. Cassie already spoke about this video in her complaint, her initial complaint. And she said Diddy paid for the video, $50K. He purchased it from the hotel. So the video, or the knowledge of the video, was already out there. Who would then have the incentive to go behind, and get that video and to use it for his or her benefit? And who would it benefit to drop it at a certain time? Now, people love conspiracies, black, white, Asian, Hispanic. People love conspiracies because a conspiracy allows you not to do so much deep searching. Stay with me for a second. Stay with me. Okay, also, your major news media platforms throughout history, by way of research, they do not drop stories on a Friday. They do it on a Monday so that it can pick up traction throughout the work week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on and so forth. But who would it benefit to have that put out on a Friday to possibly kill another story? In my opinion, planting this story with CNN on a Friday could be a brilliant move by DJ Academics to kill the story of him being sued for rape. Yeah, but still now, in case you missed that show, let me just go back a little bit because I laid out a plausible theory with regards to the New Jersey State Police that can come in and arrest Academics. He was telling us that the police gave him a guarantee he won't be arrested. No, that's cap. And when I explained to you and showed you where to go to Google that the police in New Jersey and the state police legally can lie to you.
Really?
It made sense to me that he would then come back on a Friday, pow, drop the video. He may have even paid $150K for it.
Yo, Star is off the hook. Anyhow, Star and DJ Academics go way back because they used to work together, so I find it very interesting that he's throwing that theory out there. Now, is the theory plausible? Yes, because DJ Academics has the means, the motive, and the industry connections to be able to get his hands on that tape and get that tape to CNN. But do I personally think that he did it? No. But there are a lot of people out there who seem to think that he did.
Let's get back to the phone lines. Uh-oh, is this what I think it is? Hold on a second. Somebody tapping in from the Florida area. 954, good evening. Saturday night.
Yeah, good evening, sir. What's really, really hood, though?
Crime Skills, that's you, sir.
Yes, sir, that's him.
Good to hear from you. What's cracking? What do you want to start?
You know what's so interesting? Yesterday when that video came out, I'm laying down and I'm like, who would this benefit? And then for some reason, academics popped into my spirit. And then I seen this show and you put the show on. And I'm like, hold on. And then before you even called the name, I looked in the chat and somebody said Ak. I said, yo, this can't be no coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence. This can't be. No. Yo. Anybody who really don't believe, like you, I don't think nobody can pay me to believe he's not behind it. It don't make no sense for it to pop in my spirit. No, you having your show and you saying the same thing that it's crazy. It's crazy. And not just that. I was on X. I was into a couple spaces yesterday. I even said it. I told them, I'm like, yo, I suspect academics is behind this. The reason why a lot of people is not really going with it because they thinking that he's not at that level where he could pull a move like that. So I think that's what's going on with a lot of people.
Crime Skills, let me jump in here for a second and let me just say.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
What I'm saying about possibly Livingston Allen from Jamaica, like yourself, being behind this, it's not said from a position or a place of malice. He's a very smart man. I worked with him, and I used to see him in the mornings before we would even start recording. He used to get there like around 7:15, start recording at 8, if memory serves me correctly. He lived on that goddamn phone, you know. He'd be sitting there talking to you, looking at the phone, and like that, and just that's his world. So he's not just gonna sit back, and I respect him for this, and just allow the fucking tide to kick his back in for days on end. Not when he can send, I heard it was 150,000 to get that fucking tape of Diddy, and pow, change the narrative.
Listen, let me know. Do you believe that DJ Akademiks is the person who got his hands on that tape of Diddy abusing Cassie in that hotel and leaked it to CNN? Let me know in the comments. And while you're down there leaving a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Listen, please do me a favor and hit that like button because for some reason, me and celebs have been on a shadow ban for like the last month. I don't know what's going on over here. Well, actually, I do. We tend to get penalized for not following the agenda. So we really need your help to get out of YouTube jail. Now, check this out. After the video of P. Diddy doing what he was doing to Cassie in that hallway dropped, a whole bunch of people were disappointed and dismayed when they found out that the LA District Attorney's Office will not be pursuing charges against P. Devil because the statute of limitations for aggravated abuse has passed, and that's like 5 years. But Diddy is not free and clear because recently, Gloria Allred, the attorney who represented many of Bill Cosby's alleged victims, disclosed that she's now officially on the case, and she says that she is currently representing a number of Diddy's alleged victims who have not yet filed their lawsuits.
Okay, so it's still possible. It's not the end of this saga yet, even though
not at all.
For now, it doesn't.
Not at all.
It doesn't look like there's an immediate lawsuit. But as you've said, it may not be the end of this saga yet. I know that.
Well, she did. Cassie did file a lawsuit against him, and that got a lot of public attention. And the next day, she settled it.
This is what I wanted to ask you about. Talk to me a little bit about that. The role that settlement, which I believe was in November last year, November 2023. What
Correct.
role would that settlement have played into why law enforcement won't pursue a case for now?
None. A person can file a civil lawsuit seeking damages. And by the way, I represent a number of alleged victims of Sean Combs, although we have not yet filed a lawsuit for any of them. But in it, there is no impact on a criminal case, the fact that an individual has sought compensation for the damages she alleges she suffered in the same incident.
Listen, let me tell you something. If Gloria Allred is getting ready to jump into this case because she's representing more alleged victims of Diddy, then Diddy is eventually going to go to jail. Because I'm trying to tell you, history has shown that once Gloria Allred starts a case, she doesn't stop. I mean, she's going to be pursuing Diddy to the ends of the earth. And not to slight Tyrone Blackburn, but Tyrone is no Gloria Allred. So this means trouble for P. Diddy. And did you notice? She said, I'm representing a number of alleged victims. Yo, how many more victims do you think there are? Let me know in the comments. Now, peep this. The other day, after Diddy issued what some believe is a fake apology, Dr. Umar weighed in on the whole situation. And now, people got issues with Dr. Umar. Check out what he had to say.
Diddy's apology video drew a strong remark from one Dr. Umar Johnson, who took to his Instagram to say, I'm not going to give this too much energy as we have far more important issues to address than what happened 10 years ago. However, this isn't the end for Diddy. TD Jakes will help him set up his own mega church. He will be saved and baptized and will probably make more money as a pulpit pimp than he ever has as a mogul. Puffy will rise from the ashes because he will be #born again. I also wonder this: if Cassie was a dark-skinned black woman, would Diddy be getting his backlash? Y'all don't go this hard when dark-skinned black women are done bad every day. We need to make sure that any man who does this to a woman is held accountable. But as for me, especially African black women, there was stories of him breaking Kim Porter's nose, but since it didn't make national news, ain't nobody causing no fuss. But off that, the cops that killed Breonna Taylor, we let off the gas. The cops that killed Sandra Bland, we let off the gas, says Dr. Umar.
Listen, I'm not going to get into the first part of Dr. Umar's comment because Dr. Umar was obviously trying to be sarcastic when he's talking about Diddy's going to make a comeback, he's going to become born again, he's going to open up a church, and he's going to make his money back. But I do have a very serious problem with the second half of what he said, which brings colorism into the equation. When we sit up and we watch CNN and we see a black man beating down a black woman in a hallway, we don't have time to be delineating about whether or not she's light-skinned or dark-skinned. The bottom line is that man was beating down a black woman in that hallway. And just so we're clear, it wouldn't even matter if she was black or white, but she was black. So anyhow, now is not the time to be talking about if she was dark-skinned, nobody would care. Listen, right now, we're dealing with the fact that our light-skinned sister, Cassie, was getting beat down in that hallway. That's what we're dealing with now. And I don't care whether she was light bright or blue-black. Nobody deserves to get beat down like that. And what Dr. Umar really needs to understand is that by making the comment, nobody would care if she was dark-skinned, he's actually contributing to the problem because he's being dismissive of the light-skinned woman who's actually being beat down right in front of our eyes right now. See, what Dr. Umar needs to understand is that African women come in every complexion under the sun, and no one African woman is more African than the other, because your Africanness or your blackness is not predicated on how much melanin or pigment you have. I mean, let's get real with it. If you go over to Africa right now, you will see tribes of people with blonde hair, blue eyes, and light skin that were born in the cradle of civilization. I mean, come on, dude, get it together. And yes, it is true. If Kim Porter was over there getting her behind whipped, then yes, we should be equally outraged. However, video did not surface yesterday of Kim Porter getting her behind whipped in a hotel hallway. So we have to deal with what we're dealing with right now. And then to have the nerve to say that you don't have time to be dealing with something that happened 10 years ago. Listen, if you have time to be going on chat and choose with Sukihana, you got time to be dealing with what happened to Cassie. Listen, I don't know, y'all. I like Dr. Umar, but Dr. Umar been falling off lately. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Do you think that it was appropriate for Dr. Umar to bring up the whole light skin versus dark skin discussion at this particular time? Let me know in the comments. Now, as you already know, a whole bunch of people believe that P. Diddy's apology was very inauthentic, especially since P. Diddy never mentioned Cassie's name. But according to TMZ, P. Diddy has been legally barred from ever saying Cassie Ventura's name again. Now, one person who wanted to drive home the fact that P. Diddy's apology seemed mad fake is the comedian Desi. Check out this skit.
You know, it's so difficult to reflect the darkest times of your life, but sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up. I was fucked up. I felt the bottom of the bottom. You know, I hit. Nigga, I didn't hit rock bottom. Nigga, I'm still rich.
You got to say this. You got to say this.
But you know, I had to go into rehab. Nigga, I don't do drugs. Nigga, I had to go into rehab with So I was committed to be a better man, you know, each and every day, you know. I'm not asking for forgiveness, but you know, I'm truly sorry. Oh, you know what I mean? Fuck off.
Now, some people in Desi's comment section were like, yo, bruh, this is way too soon. But other people were like, nah, this is right on time. Let me know in the comments, do you think that this skit is too soon?
Hell no.
Oh my goodness. Now, check this out. Another person who felt that Diddy's apology was less than authentic was Aubrey O'Day, because after he dropped the video, Aubrey jumped online and she was like, Diddy did not apologize to Cassie. He apologized to the world for seeing what he did. He says he's disgusted with himself now, and he was disgusted with himself then, but apparently he wasn't disgusted enough with himself to not pin this statement out, calling her a liar and denying all of it. Leave God and Mercy out of this. They aren't present here, and you know it. Now, after Aubrey said that, a whole bunch of people came in the comment section, and one person was like, Aubrey's the female 50 Cent that we always needed. Don't let your Louis heel off of his neck, sis. And then somebody else was like, she gonna forever stay on his throat, as she should. And then somebody else was like, bingo, and he only apologized because we saw the footage. He's not sorry. He said it in a statement. It was all false. Now, he did all this healing and therapy. Miss me with the BS. Listen, we gotta give a lot of credit to Aubrey O'Day and Freddie P for making a band, because despite what Diddy has done to ruin their careers, over the years, Freddie P and Aubrey have always told the truth about Diddy.
Yes, indeed, man. Happy to have you back on, man. So with that being said, I want to get right into it, man. How you feel about the video of Diddy attacking Cassie?
Oh man, that's a bad look. When I come to that subject, man, it's kind of hard for me, because like when I was watching the last video, like I seen like well, my responses was a lot of malice, because I really don't like them guys, you know, like I don't like nothing about them guys. And seeing that video just made me hate them even more. That's the type of shit where you want to take the fade. I think that's just, man, we got a glimpse of that. We didn't know about that last week. So imagine other shit that we don't even fucking know about.
I know that's right.
That's small. For you to kick a woman like that, bro, like, it's hard to sit in here without bias and speak on them, because everybody know I don't like them. But I don't care who you with. You know what I'm saying? For you to kick a woman like you trying to win a Super Bowl, a game-winning Super Bowl and shit, like, bro, the nigga was, like, he did it twice. You know how you warm up for a kick? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like you warming up, you take 2 kicks, like he was trying to win a game or something. And not trying to be funny, I'm seriously saying, and you know, her mother got to see that, and bigger than that, right? This is why I don't want to go too far into this, right? Because how do your daughters feel, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? How your daughters gonna feel? Like, you got daughters that gotta look at that. Imagine all the stories and lies you done told them, and then they gotta see that beast come out.
Yep.
And he dealing with his own demons within his own house, because a lot of his kids probably gonna find, and I'm sending it out there in the air next, because I like for people to see my gift from God, a prophecy. When his kids go to finding out more and more things on down the line about who he really are, he gonna lose a connection with them kids, because he been lying to them, and you know, they fear him, obviously. If your pops doing shit like that, my son gonna grab me. My son gonna say, Pops. I can imagine Puffy controlling his room, you know what I'm saying? People scared to speak to him. And if you sitting in a room with a bunch of people that won't defend you, and a nigga kick you, and everybody turn their head, yeah, suckers. Man, all them niggas too around them suckers. I can't defend that shit, bro. That's cowardice to me, man. That's cowardice. Man, I wish I could have been anywhere, her brother or anything, bro. Like, I would have showed that man something different, bro. Or tried about my sister. Let me tell you something about men that do women like that. Men that do women like that hate women, bro.
Mm-hmm.
What you think should happen to him?
Lock his ass up, bro. I'm tired. I've never seen a nigga. I'm not here. Like I say, bro, I'm not here rooting on. But what the is this man doing to get out of jail so much, man? I know real niggas in prison for less. Like, bro, like, That's kind of like, bro, like, y'all don't see what I'm looking at? Like, it's too obvious, bro. Who you know? Who you working for? Who you done turned in?
All right, so over the years, Freddie P has always been vocal about his disdain for Diddy. And people were like, you just hating because you jealous of Diddy. And Freddie P was like, no, I'm really not. You don't understand who that little devil is. Now, when incidents like this occur, we often complain and we're like, how come people who are around him didn't say anything? But I'd like to point out that Freddie P has been saying something for years. So I want to salute Freddie P for always being man enough to speak out about P. Diddy. And that brings me to Bishop T.D. Jakes. After the video of P. Diddy doing what he did to Cassie dropped, Bishop T.D. Jakes did a sermon on domestic violence. And a lot of people say that he's now trying to distance himself from Diddy.
Requests that came in over social media that I happened just to see as I was coming to church. And the woman said to me, would you please pray for women who are living in danger in their own house? And there was something about the way she said it, and I know she's watching right now. There was something about I saw my daughter.
To also understand that if he hadn't been over there partying with P. Diddy like it was 1999, he right now would have the spiritual authority to minister to that man. However, because he right now, that if he hadn't speaking out against domestic...
For women...
Listen, I appreciate T.D. Jakes speaking out against domestic violence, but I need T.D. Jakes to also understand that if he hadn't been over there partying with P. Diddy like it was 1999...
That's exactly what the fuck he was doing. That's exactly why I don't fuck with people like that. Motherfuckers.
He right now would have the spiritual authority to minister to that man. However, because he allowed himself to become intermingled with the swine, he can't act as God's intercessor to help clean the swine. Because now is not the time to be trying to distance yourself from Diddy. This is the time when a spiritual guide is supposed to be like helping Diddy understand the word of God so that he can repent and get closer to God. But you can't do that because you put yourself in a position where you can't minister to this dude right now because you have to distance yourself from him because you were back there partying with Diddy. Look, let this be a lesson to all Christians. Don't ever put yourself in a position where you can't do the work and will of God when the work and will of God needs to be done because you put yourself in a compromising position. I mean, just think about it. If T.D. Jakes had not been over there partying with P. Diddy during his house parties, then T.D. Jakes could be over at P. Diddy's house right now ministering to P. Diddy. And with that being said, let me say this. I believe that we're all God's children and God loves us all the same, and he wants all of us to make it into heaven. Therefore, P. Diddy is no different than the rest of us who are covered in sin, and I believe that if he truly repents and surrenders himself to God, he too can be redeemed, and then he can get closer to God while he's in jail. He can take that little Bible that he had sitting on his nightstand when the feds raided, and he can read it from front to back and back to front from cell block D. Now, peep this. The other day, somebody posted a list of Diddy supporters online, and Little Scrappy's name was on that list. Well, now, Little Scrappy's not happy because he's like, listen, I don't have nothing to do with that dude, and I don't condone violence against women. And as a matter of fact, if I was to see Diddy out in the street, I would run the fade.
There's not one time when you look and see a fact. You ain't never seen the fact of me saying nothing about no Diddy. Now, the only thing I do say is no Diddy. That's what I do say. And I do say people be lying about shit. But I ain't talking about Cassie. I'm talking about the extra month that came behind her because she had already got paid. You know what I'm saying? Don't put nothing in my mouth. All y'all and don't put nothing in my mouth. Fake ass blogs and all that shit. I'm a real one. I don't give a. At the end of the day, I'm gonna go to sleep tonight and wake up and ain't gonna give a fuck about it tomorrow. Cause I know goddamn well that y'all done seen me with my daughters, y'all done seen me with my mama, my sisters, the women I done been with, and y'all know I ain't on that shit. Y'all know I ain't on that stuff of shit. Cause if that Diddy walk past me right now, I take the fade with it. Just cuz. Just straight up. I'll take the fade with cuz. I don't care about no apology and all that. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's one for a woman to the dog shit out you and you say, oh, I lost my mind. And we can kind of look at it like, oh yeah, cuz got a two-piece that failed. He kind of lost it. But nah, cuz, the way he did Shawty, that was foul, man. That was some real shit. And you can tell he was doing that shit for a long time. because she was frantic. You know what I'm saying? So I don't be on that shit. Got my daughters, and not all my daughters, every last one of them, and my sisters. So fuck off with that shit, my nigga. Y'all go to them other pages that was cool with the that y'all seen around and that knew that. You feel what I'm saying? Get out my page with that shit, my nigga.
All in his feelings.
Have y'all ever heard of the saying, thou dost protest too much? Listen, I find Little Scrappy's reaction to be very interesting because the other day when Diddy posted Tom Tells the Truth, Little Scrappy jumped in his comment section and wrote, live out the lie. Now, while it's true that Scrappy could have been referring to Little Rod and not Cassie, my question is this. If John Wayne Gacy was running around in his little clown suit, similar to the clown suit that Diddy was running around in, and he allegedly harmed like 4, 5, 6 women, do you jump in John Wayne Gacy's comment section and write, live out the lie, just because the 7th victim who got away may not be telling the truth? I mean, come on, people. What are we doing here? We don't support serial abusers even if one of the accusers is not telling the truth. Now, to Scrappy's credit, he did write live out the lie in Diddy's comment section a few days before the Cassie Diddy video dropped. So, I mean, not that that's any better, but it's a little better.
Nope.
Listen, let me know what you think about Scrappy saying that if he sees P. Diddy in the street, he would run that fade. Now, if you've been subscribed to this channel long enough, you know darn well that I'm not a fan of Charlamagne the God because he's allegedly an offender too. But I gotta give him a little credit because the other day on the Breakfast Club, he actually said what needed to be said about P. Diddy. Look, let me keep it 100 right now. I think that Charlamagne the God is absolutely right in this situation. Diddy and his people are so focused on the brand and are so focused on creating a strategic plan to ensure that Diddy can make a comeback that they're missing a point. And I don't think that Diddy truly gets it as of yet because God is trying to tell him something. I mean, like tell him something like In the Color Purple. And this dude is still posturing for the cameras. Did you see Diddy when he was walking down the street? I mean, did you see the way he put on that reflective, pensive face when he got to the cameras? Check this out.
Are you doing all right, man? Everyone's worried about you. Are you okay?
Oh, fake ass.
Are you all right, man? Appreciate it, man. I hope you're good, man.
Have a good Sunday.
All right, cheers. Diddy, we're just trying to figure out what's going on, that's all. People just want to know if you feel sorry, if things are gonna, you know, what's going on with that. I'm sorry to bug you. All right.
Love. Have a good day.
All right, you too. You think people will forgive you, Diddy?
Nope.
Or, Diddy's so sad. He's so sad. Oh, please. What do you guys think the next strategic move for P. Diddy is? Do you think that he's gonna do like Gayle King, Oprah, or do you think he's gonna move to Bali with Uncle Russ?
Yep.
Let me know. Do you think that he's gonna do that Gayle King interview? Let me know in the comments. Listen, let me know what you think about Star saying that he thinks that DJ Academics is actually the one that leaked the Diddy tapes. Dr. Umar saying that if Cassie was a dark-skinned woman, nobody would care. Gloria Allred saying that she's representing more of Diddy's alleged victims that haven't filed their lawsuits yet. Little Scrappy saying that if he sees Diddy in the streets, he's gonna run that fade. Desi recreating Diddy's apology video. Aubrey O'Day saying that Diddy's full of ish. Freddie P saying that men like Diddy actually hate women. TD Jakes distancing himself from Diddy. And Charlamagne the God saying, don't worry about the brand, cause that's over. Get your soul right, brother. Listen, let me know what you think about all of that in the comments, and while you're down there leaving a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends. Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celebrity news. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.